Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today I have an update to share with you about the Cott County quote-unquote animal maulings. Before we get into those, a couple links. As you know, I rely on my Patreon, my PayPal, my merch store to help the channel to continue to grow and go. Those links are in the description below. Also, Dogman Frightening Encounters Volume 1, 2, and 3, the audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeffrey Nadolny. They're available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes. The links to those audiobooks are also in the description as well. Now, everyone, I have taken far too much of your time. Let's get on with today's upload. Shall we? Alright guys, about a week ago, I did 2 or 3 videos in regards to Cott County, Tennessee. And there has been some really strange business going on in Cott County, if you ask me. A good friend of the channel contacted me today. And ironically, last night, I was looking into this and kind of sat in front of my laptop with my jaw hanging down to my knees. Once again, a good friend of the channel, Bettina Moss, contacted me this afternoon and sent me a Facebook post or blog post in regards to this. I had already had an upload made to kind of update this, but there's a whole bunch of just strange stuff going on. First, I want to kind of refresh the case and then get into the strange stuff. A 29-year-old woman named Amber Miller was mauled to death by a pack of dogs, according to her friend Brittany Reese. Steve Mays said he found Miller up against a tree following the attack and described taking her to the hospital in his truck. "I just hate to walk up and see her that way. I'm glad we was there to get her to the hospital, but I'm sorry that we had to see it." The Cott County Sheriff's Office reported it was investigating the July 12th case and a similar incident from 4 months earlier along the same road in Cott County. Jimtown Road is just outside of Newport. A similar incident occurred on that same road April 1st, 2021, that resulted in the death of Tony Aarons, the Cott County Sheriff's Office wrote in a Facebook post. Reese said Miller suffered countless bites on July 12th and underwent several surgeries. They weren't just minor bites. She got sepsis. Her arm got took off. We figured she may lose an arm, but not her life. The next day, her life had been taken. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation confirmed it was helping with the latest investigation. A GoFundMe page appeared to be created by a woman representing herself as the mother of Amber Miller. Cindy Miller said her daughter died 6 days after she was attacked by a pack of dogs. Miller writes, "Amber suffered tremendously and fought the best she could, but was overcome in her fight to live." Miller asks for donations to help for funeral expenses. The Knox County Regional Forensic Center confirmed it was preparing for an autopsy on the woman named Amber Miller. University of Tennessee Medical Center confirmed a woman named Amber Miller was admitted on July 12th and passed away on July 18th. In another social media post, the Cott County Sheriff's Office wrote the names and specific details are not released to protect the investigation. Authorities are also warned against spreading unconfirmed information on social media. Okay, so I don't know why they had this girl, Reese, the Amber's friend, speak about anything because she was not there. When the people that found Amber, they didn't find Amber with dog bites. What they found her was with her left leg, almost completely ripped off. Both arms almost completely ripped off. And there were 3 dogs licking her wounds. Now, if these were the dogs that had caused these wounds, they would be tugging and pulling until they removed the limbs. But they weren't. They were licking, like dogs do. That's a very normal thing that dogs do. I don't know why. They like blood. Who knows? I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments saying why, but we all know why. Okay, you don't need to save your comments for something better. But that wasn't the case. They weren't small bites. They weren't just dog bites. It wasn't a savage dog attack. It was a frigging massacre. This poor girl, I don't know how she survived for 6 days, but she did. And it's crazy. So then we move to the next case, which was Tony Aarons. Now, Tony Aarons' body was found with lacerations across the entire body. I have 3 uploads that I did, and I described it in all 3. Lacerations across his entire body. Cott County authorities released preliminary details regarding the body on April 1st near the intersection of Jimtown Road and Carnation Way. Charles Owensby of Carnation Way told Deputy Sergeant Heath Willis he found the male body near his mailbox at 12:40. Willis said the body had been identified as Tony Allen Aarons, 52, Love Park, Illinois. The body appeared to have been partially devoured by an animal, and Chief Cott County Deputy C.J. Ball said an autopsy is being conducted to determine the cause of death, as well as to determine the type of animal that was involved. Newport Patrol Officer Jesse Burgess recognized the victim as Aarons, and investigators say they located an individual who had talked to him at 9:30 p.m. prior to the body being found. So at 12:40, Charles Owensby found him. 3 hours earlier, he was alive and well and talking to somebody. When Owensby found him, he was partially devoured with lacerations all over his body. Lacerations, not dog bites. Now, last night, I was looking into things, and they still have not disclosed any of the autopsy reports to the family or public. And this very interesting news clip I found, which I will share with you, kind of really solidified everything for me. My mind was already made up, but this kind of really did it for me. So give me 1 second and you guys are just going to be blown away.
Possibly killed by animals in Cott County.
We have new details about the man who reported the first deadly attack. That man, Charles Owensby, is accused of ordering his dog to attack a man back in 2014. Owensby lives right off of this road outside of Newport. It's called Jimtown Road. You've heard us talk a lot about this road in the last few days. Authorities are still warning anyone traveling here to use caution after 2 people were attacked by animals in this area and later died. In fact, both victims were found within 700 feet of Owensby's home.
Our Abby Source is joining us live again in Cott County tonight with more details she found out about Owensby's and his record. Abby.
Yes, that's correct. In fact, I have some of those records right here. It shows that Owensby was accused of telling his dog, to go after a man, then resulting in an aggravated assault charge. In November of 2014, the Newport Police Department report shows that he had told his dog to go after a man. He also said that it also shows that he then pointed a weapon, struck someone in the face, And later on in the report, they show that Owensby was served with a warrant. His dogs got aggressive with police. Owensby was found guilty of evading arrest and attempted assault. All their charges from this incident were dismissed. Meanwhile, I was able to talk with the aunt of Amber Miller today, the woman who was attacked in the same area on July 12th. 3 dogs spotted near Miller after she had been attacked. Amber's aunt, Regina Yosefek, says that she wants people to find out what happened to her niece.
Her left leg was open to the bone all the way down, and then her midsection, I think her whole left side was about, destroyed. I still can't imagine going through that. But there's no excuse for anybody else to have to go through something like that. There's no excuse for it.
And for the past 4 days, we have been out traveling along Jimtown Road. After the sheriff issued that warning to use caution traveling in the area, we've just stayed in our cars. But we have not seen dogs or any wild animals in the area. We're still waiting on autopsy results to come back to possibly figure out and determine their cause of death. We'll be reporting on this story as we continue to learn more. Live in Cobb County, Abby Kasoris, WVLT News.
So, interestingly enough, the guy who found Tony Aarons is now a suspect. But it gets very strange, even stranger. Is he just the red herring, patsy, whatever? Let's pin the blame on him, make it all disappear, because he's a shady guy. But what's kind of weird is 700 feet. Why? That makes no sense. You really, really have to be a very unintelligent person to first do it once, but second, to do it twice. I mean, come on now. Also, they traveled down the road and saw no animals. They traveled down Jimtown Road for 4 days, these news reporters, and saw no animals. Yet, the police have now named this guy a suspect. I almost 110% believe that they're just going to pin it on him. It's going to go away quicker than it ever came about. But you know what? I'm almost 70% sure that there will be another attack on Jimtown Road or in the vicinity. This is what pops out today. Officers with Cobb County Sheriff's Department used SWAT team officers to execute a search warrant on Charles Owensby, 69, Wednesday morning. According to officers with Cobb County Sheriff's Department, Owensby is listed as the original complainant on Cobb County's Sheriff's Office incident report after the body of Tony Aarons was found near his property on Jimtown Road, April 1st. Officers said an aggressive dog was taken into custody. DNA was collected from 2 other dogs that were not Owensby, but resided on the property. Officers also located a shallow grave at the property containing a deceased dog, which they collected more DNA from. That wasn't today. That wasn't recent. This was back then, during the time. Okay? Because, remember, these news people were driving down the road, watching everything. They didn't see any animals. They clearly said it in that. But just the wording in this makes you think, oh, they raided this guy's house and they found these dogs. No, what happened was when Tony Aarons was found, it looked like an animal attack, and of course they're going to collect DNA evidence, just like they do everywhere when there is animals present. According to Cobb County Sheriff's Office, Charles Owensby was arrested on drug charges and remains in custody. Sheriff's Office confirmed to WVLT that Owensby's arrest was not connected with any of the animal attacks. So, boom. Now we've got the guy in jail for drugs, but we're gonna blame it all on him. How's that work? Only in America. Only in America, my friends. The report described Aarons as having lacerations on his entire body and flesh missing on his left arm. An autopsy was performed to determine what type of animal may have been responsible for Aarons' death. They don't tell you. It was done in April 1st. It's now almost August 1st. Come on now. 4 months? 4 months? Second victim, 29-year-old Amber Miller, was attacked in the same area on July 12th. According to the report, witnesses found Miller, 522 Jimtown Road, asking for help. 3 dogs were spotted around Miller, licking the wounds where she had been attacked. Now, I've already talked about this. None of this makes freaking sense, man. And it's just fucked. And I'm sorry for cursing like that, but it is. And I know there's people that don't like me to curse, and God forbid I did. But it's fucked. Over the years, Owensby has accumulated several charges ranging from aggravated domestic assault to aggravated assault with a weapon, but most have been dismissed. One aggravated domestic assault charge is pending from 2018. Okay, so he's an asshole. Does that mean that he doesn't have dogs? He's got one. One's dead in a ditch, buried, that they uncovered. 2 weren't his. This is back then, but now miraculously, they all came back and attacked this poor girl. Nobody knows whose dogs these were. These people saw these dogs. They've not identified them as Owensby's. That guy Mays walks up upon and finds Amber. He knows what the dogs look like. He saw them with his own eyes. They're not sharing that info with us, though. That's just common sense. That's 1 and 1 make 2. According to a 2014 report from Newport Police Department, Owensby alleged hit Charles Olden in the face with a gun. Reports stated Owensby alleged told his dog to attack Olden and tried running Olden over with his car. Newport police said Owensby also served time for felony conviction for having stolen property. Okay. We have a possible dog sicking. It sounds like to me that this asshole was on drugs, either selling drugs or stealing drugs from somebody. Shit went bad, and that's why Charlie Owensby and, ironically enough, the same guy named Charles Olden got in a fight. It was the fight of the Charleses. Maybe they were, I don't know. But he tried to hit him with a car, and he gun whipped him. Anyway, county sheriff's officials confirmed they have identified a person of interest in the investigation into the 2 separate animal attacks along Jimtown Road. But listen to this. This is how it ends. At this time, we do not have any evidence that indicates that there was wild animal, domestic animal, or pack animals that is frequent in Jimtown Road and attacking people. We, however, are asking people to be cautious as we wait for forensic reports. It could take a month or so. Well, it's taken 4 months for the first one. And if it's not a wild animal or a domestic animal or a pack of animals, then what the F is it, man? What is it? An act of God? An act of the devil? What? Because shit like this just doesn't happen. Well, it does, but they always word it like this. And then funky enough, this is courtesy of Bettina. Funky enough, dogsbite.org. Media names suspect, but you've got no proof because, you busted in his door for selling drugs, but now he's a suspect for savagely massacring 2 people. Bullshit. On Thursday, WBIR did the unthinkable. They looked into the owner and property of Carnation Way, where both fatal attacks occurred. Our nonprofit had done so on Monday. Charles Everett Owensby, who goes by Charlie Dogman, 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 no space, Charles Dogman, Charlie Dogman. That's kind of weird, right? On Facebook, as a history of assaults and arrests. Okay, he's got assaults and arrests. None of them are like he turned into a werewolf and savagely attacked people. What's going on right now, and it's sad. It's sad for the families of the poor people that have passed away. And it's sad for everybody involved. Because what happened is this guy is a scumbag and probably is selling heroin or hillbilly heroin, which is prescription pills, or meth, or whatever he's selling. And they had a warrant for his arrest. So let's bash his door in and take him out. But it's kind of weird that they have that warrant now. It's almost like they were like, hey, we've got a piece of garbage living on this road. The public is in an uproar. Let's do something, get him out in the public's eye. Let's charge him with something. And then this will die down. Because hopefully people will be too afraid to go walking around on Jimtown Road. That's just my belief. It makes a lot of sense if you think about it. I mean, if you just stop and really look at all of the clues, you almost got to be like Scooby-Doo. But Velma, not Scooby, Velma. And kind of just really put it all together. Because it's all right there in front of you. It's all in black and white. And it's disgusting. Because I guess in a way it's not that you're getting a trash piece of garbage off the street. But is it really the right way to do it? I mean, is it, yeah, let's get him out of the neighborhood. Selling drugs, gone. But do you really have to pin something on him that you have no evidence of? You have no evidence. And you heard how the aunt described the poor girl. Her left side was destroyed. I mean, yeah, dogs are aggressive. Dogs can be just... But if these 3 dogs, the ones that were found licking her, if they were the ones responsible, they would be still tearing away when that gentleman May walked up and probably would have attacked him, to be honest. None of this makes any sense to me. And if it makes sense to you, well, all the more power to you. Because I wish it did for me. The only thing I see is a big cover-up. And I see corruption. I see corruption. I see lies. And I see another attack in 7 months to a year. All right. I guess that's it. Let me know what you guys think. I really don't know anymore. This just proves everything to me, that the police, the government, not the police, because actually they're following orders. the government will do anything. I mean, this, in realness, someone sat down and thought long and hard about this and said, there is a public outcry because there were 2 deaths. Why would Owensby be there at the first one and comply if he had any involvement? And if he had involvement, why would he allow the second to happen? None of it makes sense. I mean, even if you're a fucking drug-addled piece of shit like him, you're not gonna risk your freedom for something like this. You know, like months later, hey, they're kind of looking. You know the cops are looking down that road all the time. None of it makes sense, guys. I don't know. And I said this 16,000 times in this video. None of it makes sense, guys. I don't know. I got a really kick-ass upload for you guys coming up. Encounters. This is crazy. I just pray. I pray that I'm wrong. But like I said, I'm 75% sure that within the region of Cobb County, Tennessee, there will be another attack within the next 7 to 10 months. All right, with that, have a great night. Thank you very much. I want to bid you all farewell. Be kind to each other. Be safe. See ya!